This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com and AndroidAuthority.com, and this is part 2 of our look at the Motorola Droid X for Verizon Wireless. First up, we're going to show you the new mobile hotspot feature on the Droid X. It allows you to share the Droid X's 3G connection through Wi-Fi. Going to enable that. It gives you a battery warning. You can see that the hotspot service has now been started. I'm now going to demonstrate that it works by connecting to it with a T-Mobile Garmin phone. You'll see it's scanning the networks here. Eventually we'll see it come up and auto-connect to the Droid X. There it is. It's obtaining the address. And we're now connected. So now I can go through and do things like browse using Verizon's network from a T-Mobile device. If you were paying attention, you might have noticed the red DLNA logo that was sitting up there. That's because I have DLNA enabled on the device, but Wi-Fi was being used by the mobile hotspot system, so it was complaining about it. I'm going to see if this is going to work. I've actually had very little luck with it. The very first time I used DLNA, it worked out. From that point forward, though, it's been failing miserably, so maybe we'll get lucky here. It does appear to be working. It's not the directory I want it to be in. Here we go. So we're actually getting something out of this. A couple of random photos here. Oh, nope, we're not getting any photos out of it. It has once again failed now. It's not showing any files or directories anywhere as we move back. Yep, once again it looks like DLNA is failing completely again. So, like I said, the very first time I used it, I was able to watch video and browse photos and stuff from another device on the network. I've since not been able to do it, even rebooting the phone and everything. So, DLNA doesn't seem to be working too well. This is the browser on the Droid X. You can see this is the mobile version of MobileBurn.com. Works in landscape and portrait modes. The 1 GHz processor renders pages quite quickly. We're on a Wi-Fi connection too, which helps as well. There's support for multiple windows. I've already got the full version of MobileBurn.com loaded up on this page. There is support for double tap intelligent zooming. There's also multi-touch zooming with pinch and stretch gestures. Load up this page here. On this page I have an embedded YouTube video, and you can see that it doesn't have built-in flash support here. It's not going to try to show the video in the page, but of course there is a YouTube client, so we'll load that up and see what it looks like. It's a sample HD video I shot with the phone's camera, and I'll show you this video for real in just a minute. Before we get to the camera though, I wanted to show you some of the text editing capabilities. Notice when I'm tapping there's a little red ball or whatever you want to call it around where I place the cursor. If you long press on that, it allows you to get a zoomable area so you can much more easily place the cursor, not unlike how the iPhone works. And you can use it to move all around. Works quite well. Got the camera loaded so I can show you how to take a photo. Camera shutter button's right up here, red. Just press it halfway to get focus. Press it the rest of the way to take the photo. And you have some options what you can do with it right away. You can upload it to different services. I don't have anything set up, but you can even have it set to go up to a photo sharing site or even email. When you tap the screen, it brings up controls. There are a number of different scene modes. When you get the one you want, just tap on it. And again, let's see how the steady shot does. It's going to be using digital image stabilization. Looks like it did a fair job. Same kind of interface for effects. I have to turn off the scene mode in order to be able to change the flash, it seems. Just keep tapping it to turn it on or off, or on automatic. While I like the interface, I've actually been unimpressed with the quality of the photos coming out of the device. I do like the gallery, but I've just not really liked the images themselves. Very soft in focus. I mean, even with the flash and everything, I've just been unimpressed. However, video has proved to be more useful, especially with the scene mode. It allows you to switch basically configuration of the microphones. Since there are 3 microphones on here, you can have a microphone for when you're speaking. It'll use the main one for the, as if you were using a phone call, or say the subject, then it uses the microphone on the back so as you pick up what the subject is saying, and then of course Everyday uses all of them. So we're going to shoot a quick video here. This is in HD 720p. So the test, I'm just going to talk a little so you can see that it's working. I recommend you look at our sample video. It's up on YouTube though to see better quality. And then we'll go back in the gallery to play it. You can see it looks quite sharp. I'll load the music player here, and interestingly, the music was synchronized over real MTP, multimedia transfer protocol support. Worked very well. Has a lot more connectivity for synchronizing and sharing media between computers, other phones, and everything. And another thing I like is that the lock screen offers up real access to the music without having to unlock the device. Now, of course, you can unlock the device and get back to everything. In general, though, the media player is fairly stock Android, so you're not going to see any of the features like on Motorola's connected media player on the Click XT. What you will find when you're in landscape mode, at least, is a somewhat cover flow looking interface. Looks very similar to the photo gallery as well. I've jumped into the settings just to show you how much storage is available on this device though. Of course, it comes with a 16 gig SD card that has about 15 gig available right off the bat, and there's also over 6 gig available built-in storage. We drop back out, we can jump down to the About section, and you can see what version of firmware we're running, Android 2.1. Jump up to the notification area again, and we'll pull up Gmail, just so you can see what the Gmail client looks like. Odd, it's reporting no connection, even though there's a obvious Wi-Fi connection there. Friend requests from Facebook. Here's a test email that I had used for the Samsung Wave video. You can see the formatted text and some attachments. Spreadsheet. And a Word doc file. Otherwise, looks pretty much just like the Google Gmail client you've seen on other versions of Android. It does support multiple Gmail accounts, though. The Android market looks just as it does on other 2.x devices. There's a specific Verizon version where they have their recommended apps and some of the apps that they've built themselves. Easy to check out an application and install it. Notice it's downloading in the notification area. It's been installed. We tap on it and we can actually run it. If you wish to uninstall the application, you can do that from the App Store as well. Like other Motorola devices enabled with Moto Blur type support, there's support for a lot of different social networking and email systems. You can see I've got a third-party Exchange client. Verizon offers a contact backup assistant, Facebook, one Google account, one Twitter account. You can see what else is on offer. The Droid X has its own Exchange client. You can do IMAP and POP, email, Gmail, another additional Gmail accounts, Skype Mobile, the visual voicemail. There's built-in support for Yahoo Mail and PhotoBucket and Picasa as well, although not Flickr. I'm going to take a look at the contact system. You notice that there are new shortcuts here so you can get directly into, say, contact search. Or I'm going to go into favorites here and pull up one of our test accounts so you can see what the contact itself looks like. You'll notice the Facebook account listed there, and if I tap on it, I can actually go through and get some functionality there. Now, of course, it's web-based. It's not totally integrated like you would see in HTC Sense, but it's still pretty decent. And also, if I go back, you'll notice that if I long press on a record, it gives me options for instantly calling, texting, or removing the person from favorites. Recent calls show up with photos, of course. Naturally, there's a dialer as well. Maybe the speaker. Turn the volume down a little bit.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed at
Another new feature is the ability to double tap on the display to silence an incoming call. Or if there's an alert of some sort, you can just flip the phone over and it'll automatically go into vibrate mode. So that wraps up part 2 of our look at the Motorola Droid X for Verizon Wireless. In part 3, we'll take a look at all the applications that come loaded on the device. But until then, I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com and AndroidAuthority.com.